So welcome back once again, and here in this video I'm just going to demonstrate you how function declaration, and that is a function declaration without arguments and without return value. So what it means, so that we are going to declare here a function, and that function will not have any return, function will not return any value, and that function doesn't need any arguments to be get called. So in order to do that, here I'm going to write a simple program. So what I'm writing here main function, and in the main function I'm writing a simple line, say printf, and here within this parenthesis then we have to put the double quotes, and here I'm displaying a simple message, say hello, and put this symbol, and here put the semicolon, and here I'm calling a function, say with the name of print underscore name, and this is what called the function calling. So while calling the function, we have to write the name of the function and put the parenthesis there, and here we go calling of the function. This is what calling of the function. So here I'm going to create a function. So when we have to call a function, we must have that function within the program. So now we have to declare that function. So for declaring the function, I'm writing here void. So void I am writing just because of the reason this function doesn't return us a value, so that's why we must have to write the void. Then we have to give the name to the function. Of function name I have set as print name. Then after immediately that we have to put the parenthesis. Now while giving the name to the function, we have to apply the same rules that we have applied for the identifiers in the C. So function name is also the one of the identifiers in the C, and the same rule applies over here, that the function name should be meaningful. It should always start with the alphabet followed by a number, and whenever there is no space between the two words over there while giving the name, we have to use underscore symbol while giving the name to the function, and it should not be the reserved keyword of the C language. So here we have declared the function. Now within this function we have to write the body of this function. So here we go with the body, and here I write a simple line, say printf function is called, and then within the parenthesis I'm writing a simple line, that is Parminder. Okay, and putting the semicolon at the end. Save the changes. Now we have completed with the program writing over here. Now we have created two functions here. One is the main function, another one is the print name function, and within the name function I have called the print name function. So this function will not return any value, that's why we have used void over here, and we have not this function is without any argument, so we have not declared any argument list here. And this function when called will display a name, that is Parminder. So after writing your program, simply go to save menu, and in the same this will the save dialog box. Here you have to select the C source file, and here I have to give the name to this file, and this time I'm giving the name to this file as say func. Okay, func, and click on the save button. So our program is saved now. Now just go to execute menu, choose compile and run, and here you will find error here. Now here is certain error, but here is warning complete type name for print name, and it's showing me the result, and here it is showing me hello Parminder. So what it is has done over there, it is written hello over here, and after that we have called the print name function. Now print name function has been called over here, and the body of the print name function will get executed here after this. So here the print name function will do, it will print a message that is name, and here we got the output as there, that is hello Parminder. But still you see over there, if we see line number 8 or line number 6, there is a two warning, that is complete type for print name. Previous implicit declaration of print name was not here. So this is just because of the reason whenever we have to call a function, that function must be declared before calling. So what we have done, we have called the function here, but we have declared the function after this. So either we are having the solution like this way, we have to cut it from here. So I cut it from here using Control X, and here I go paste this. Now save your changes, go to execute menu, choose compile and run, and this time you see we don't get any errors and no warning, and output we get out over here. Okay, so this is the one way of doing this, that is first we have to declare the function, then we have to call the function. One another way of doing is this, that is called the function prototyping. What we can do in that, I'm doing Control X from here, and after that I'm writing here Control B to paste it here. But to avoid that conflicts of function calling, what I will do, I will make function prototype. So if I write a line over here void, then print underscore name, and here, and put the semicolon here. This is what called as the function prototyping. It means to say that we have first declared the function, and body of that function I will write later in the program. So here I have done simple declaration, but body of the function I have written here. So that is also one of the solution for this. So save your changes, go to execute menu and choose compile and run this time. And here again we will not getting it's showing me 0 error and 0 warning. So if you see the, if I make it as a comment entry, so means this line is not coded in our program, and compiler will not read this line. If this is a comment entry, it means compiler will not read this line. Save your changes, go to execute menu, choose compile and run. This time our program will get executed, but we will got warning over there, that is conflicts with type, that is print name. So still our program is running, but there is a warning. But it's good practice when your program is free from error and the warning. So this concept can make it like this way. So this way our program will be free from error and free from warning. And go to compile and run, and this time you will see here it's showing me 0 error and 0 warning. So this is what we have learned in this video, that is how to declare a function and how to prototype a function. And this is also an example of function without argument and a return value. So I'm doing one more example over here. Say I write one more function. First I need to prototype function. So I write here void sum. I wanted to make a function to add the two number. So here I have prototyped the function first. So here I am going to write the body of the function, and here I write void sum, and this function is not returning us any value and not having the argument list. So simply we have to write the body for this. So here I am declaring two variables, say int a comma b. So, and third number I will have to taken over here as a result, or I take this as a result. Now here we go with the printf function, and here I write a message, enter say first number, then \t escape sequence, then at the end put the semicolon, then scanf function to read this number. So here I use %d for integer format, and here I have to use address operator, that is %, and to this I'm assigning to this value to variable a. Then put the semicolon here again, and again I'm going to copy this from here to here using Control C, and here I paste it using Control B, and here I write as say enter second number, and read this number to the variable say b. And I'm going to write one more line over here, that is printf. Then here I write sum of that is %d and %d is equal to %d, and here I put \n, then comma. Here I have to give the reference of the variable whose value I wanted to display first, then second variable whose value I would like to display, and third variable whose value I would like to display. So before that we have not performed any operation. So after entering the number, we have to use one more line over here, that is result is equal to a plus b. So what it do, we are having a function sum over here, and we have declared three variables in this function, that is variable a and variable b. And then result, we will ask the user to enter the first number, that will be assigned to the variable a. Then the second number will be entered by the user, and that will be assigned to the variable b. And in the variable result, we will assign the sum of the variable a and b. And after that we have displayed here. So now I have created the function, declared the function here. Now I have to call the function. So here I'm going to call the function, and to this I am writing here sum, and this is the way of calling the function. So as I have given the name to the function as a sum, the same name has to be given over here to call this function. And here I have used the concept of function prototyping. So what I have done, function prototyping, declaring the function, then writing the function's bodies in later stage. So here we go with the same of the changes, then go to execute menu, choose compile and run. So here we got the output. So I just wanted to make some correction here. I just want to put \n here, so that the this message will be displayed in new line. So save your changes, go to execute menu, choose compile and run, and here we got the message, enter the first number. So I enter 12 over here, then enter the second number, I enter 13 this time, and it's showing me the sum of 12 and 13 is equal to 25. So here we have created a simple function that is to add the two number, and result has to be displayed as their sum. So this is how we can declare the function, and here we have declared the function, and that the function without any return type and without any argument list. So that's all for now. See you soon in the next video.